It's recording. Hi, do you want to say something?
Hi, I'm so excited to be on the farm.
What's the date
We're
today?
here.
We always say the date.
Today is November, 16th? 15th? What is it? Something like that.
2013.
Yes. And we are up here for a conference in Ohio, and we came to the farm in West Virginia.
And we're here at the Marks compound. You don't like the name Marks?
No, I don't.
Marks compound, do you?
We have to have a better name than that.
Well, we need something
The
better.
West Virginia farm. But right here, we just pulled into Gene and Eula's house.
Yeah, this is Gene and
Their
Eula's.
beautiful orchard, and it's a gorgeous winter fall afternoon. We're going to take a walk, go up to the cabin.
All of the leaves have fallen off the trees.
Yeah, I wanted to be here during the fall when it's extra pretty.
And right over here, over our rent-a-car, is the shed where they found the big bear. Found a big picture of a bear. I don't know how big it was, but it was. And then over there in the distance, you can see the red barn that Gene has refurbished. And in front of that, the sawmill, which my granddad Jim built out of a. He built it out of a engine, according to my dad, from an old Buick. And he actually converted it so it would run on natural gas. So you can still see that the road is not paved. There's my shadow, there's Monica's shadow. It's hard to tell who looks better. Oh, you're trying to get short again? Look,
No.
You can actually take a step forward and be as tall as I can.
Woohoo!
Okay,
There would be
see?
more normal.
That's pretty good. And right down here is the road to
watch the sun.
our cabin. You want me to watch the sun? Okay, I'll take a picture of it.
To not have it tricked.
There we go. Okay, there's a nice picture of the sun.
Walking back.
I'm being what do they call it? Contrarian. So if you tell me to watch the sun, I'll watch the sun.
Didn't want it to shadow it.
Yeah, and what the thing is that, as you see, I have recently shaved, and I think it looks terrible.
I can take a picture of you.
You know, I'm taking a picture of myself. I'm fine. But thank you for the offer.
Yeah.
But I'm growing it back because November 2013 is Grow a Beard Month. And no, it is. And I figured that I had a beard and I could not grow a beard since I had a beard. How can you grow a beard if you have a beard? So I decided to shave it off, and you can see the remnants of the growth coming back here. And hopefully I'll have my beard back, although my wife doesn't want me to have it, do you, honey?
I just love the fresh shaved look. It was a surprise. I just thought, wow, you looked younger and cleaner. I didn't even notice it at first.
I know. It was 2 days before she said, you shaved. Yes, it was. Come on.
But I said, oh, it looks so good. I just noticed he looked so much more handsome and fresher and cleaner. It was really weird. But I love it. You look good.
So that was really nice. Now down here, you can see there is, by the way, the ground is pretty muddy.
It rained last night.
It did rain last night, and we're stepping in mud puddles. And if I spend all my time watching where I'm walking, I'll end up not stepping into a puddle of that sort. We used to come down, I used to love in the spring, because all of these puddles would have pollywogs in them. Thousands of pollywogs swimming. But this, of course, is autumn and it isn't there. Now this is something that Gene has built, and it's a wood splitter. I mean, why should anybody spend the time to put a little wedge in a piece of wood and swing a sledgehammer? So therefore Gene put this contraption up, and you can see that right here is the blade, and I guess you put the piece of wood between the blade and here, and then you push a lever, and this object pushes the wood against the blade. That's how they split it.
Does this work on natural gas or just
Does it work on natural gas? I believe it works on just regular gasoline.
And he stacked up a nice pile.
He does. He has a very nice pile.
Is this what Kirk is selling? He's been selling firewood?
You know, I don't think so. I think this is something that Gene has just used for himself, and Gene has built an outdoor fire pit where he can
I love this outdoor fire pit to be out of the tractor.
yeah, it really is. So now we're going back on the road, which leads up to the cabin.
Leaves crunching.
Yeah, now Kurt, when he hunts, he said there's a way to walk. Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
He says you can walk in leaves. Let's try this. Okay, here's just regular walking. You can just hear the leaves, right? Okay. Now there's no leaves. Now there's leaves. He says you can walk quietly if instead of going like this, you do heel to toe. So let's try that. I don't know, it's still pretty loud. It takes you longer? Maybe I'm doing it too quickly. Let me try it more slowly. You know, only a city slicker would come here and wear go-to-work shoes in this sort of environment. But that's me. I guess I've become a city slicker.
Okay, see if I can do it.
Okay, here we go.
So, this is normal.
Yes.
All right, now.
It is quieter, but do your regular slow moving that way too. See if that is a problem. No, so go slow though. Go as slow as you did with the other one.
I'm trying to, but you fall.
I see. Okay, so you fall if you do it too slow.
You heel to toe and do it really slow.
Yeah.
But most of the time on the hills, the leaves are a little bit more smashed down, so they wouldn't be quite so noisy.
Why would they be smashed down the hills? All the deer's running over them? I don't know if that's specifically the case.
I was just thinking maybe they're more eroded.
I
But
can't think of
I'm
that.
not sure why I thought that. I don't think that's true.
I can't think of that.
But he said do the heel toe and you have to do it really slow.
Now the other thing Gene has done here is put up a lot of roads, and he put up a zip line, which is really incredible. And here's one of the roads. And where does this road lead to?
Is that the one that goes back behind our cabin, or does that go up to Mount Baldy?
No, I think the one with Mount Baldy is behind us. So that one must go back to the cabin.
Oh. Okay, so this is the new one that goes there.
This is the new one that goes
back.
back.
Oh, there's some new gravel. Someone put a little gravel right there.
We do have new gravel.
Not much.
Okay. Well, that's good, because these roads, since they aren't paved, can get very, very muddy. And they can get overgrown with weeds also. That's the reason we've decided it's a good idea to rent a car when we come down here. But you notice these little globs?
Oh, deer poop.
No, that is not deer poop. That is actually mud which has been kicked up off of something, like a four-wheeler or something. So, I feel like we're tracking four-wheelers.
I don't know.
What do you think?
We're such city slickers. We're tracking four-wheeling mud balls.
We are.
That's funny.
And pretty soon, how far would you say it is from Gene and Eula's cabin to our cabin? We need names for these places.
Our old cabin.
Yeah.
Our hunting cabin.
The hunting cabin, I guess it is the hunting cabin.
Before it was just the cabin.
But then, see, we require disambiguation, because before there was the cabin, there was also Betty's cabin. So, and you can see right up there through the breaks is where the cabin is. This was built by Gene and Dad, gosh, starting in the 1970s, I believe, and now it's 2013.
Not this one.
Yes, this one.
This one was built by your dad and Jean.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Betty's dad.
Oh, I did. I said Betty's dad. We'll have to replay the tape and see if indeed I did this. I said that. But I remember at the time helping Gene do that and realizing what an incredible work ethic he has. My goodness, he never wanted to quit. He just wanted to keep on working and working and working. And what's that?
Way back here. So I can't really hear you very well, so maybe I didn't hear it right.
Well, that's the reason I'm recording it, so I can walk fast, and later we can play the tape and you can listen to it. What do you think?
Oh, that's funny.
No, that's egotistical and self-serving and self-centered.
Glad you admitted it.
Why? So you didn't?
No, you don't admit it on tape. Wow.
Well, I know I had to admit it because if I didn't admit it, I know that you would point it out.
Oh, no, I don't
So
think so.
we certainly don't want to do
I
that.
hardly notice when you do things wrong.
That's out of the 1 Corinthians 13, the love chapter. And if you go to the Living Bible version of it, it says, love means other people. When you love other people, you hardly notice when they do things wrong. So she was telling me she loved me. Right, honey?
I couldn't hear what you said.
I said that was out of the 13th chapter of Corinthians in the
Oh,
Living
yes.
Bible. And when you were telling me that, you were telling me that because you were telling me you loved me.
That's right.
That's right.
I was telling it to you because I love you. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I love being here with you. I'm so joyful and happy. We drove up from Columbus. It was so beautiful. We just fall in love with West Virginia all over again.
Now we have to watch the booby traps here because if we trip over the wrong wire, a spear will come out and hit us in the head.
Or an old baby doll.
Or an old baby doll. We have this old schoolhouse property, and it is really run down. It really looks like a haunted house. So Ray and his friends put this baby doll that when you open the back door and moved in, this baby doll would come out and it would scream at you. But here, as we greet, is the marked sign.
Ooh.
And I think that used to be in front of our house in Garfield Heights, if I recall correctly.
Oh, look at this. This looks like recently.
What was that?
Right here, the soil looks like it's just been recently turned up.
It does look, oh, you know what? It's gravel.
That's not, that's
Yes,
gravel?
it is. Well, look at the contents.
Oh, it's dirty gravel.
It's dirty gravel. And right at this point, any gravel that's free, dirty or clean, we'll be very happy to keep.
Yes.
So we're very delighted that we have dirty gravel. Now, the cool part about this is in the summer, we have no running water in this cabin.
That's a whole new trail.
So,
That's a new trail.
there's water here in the creek. This creek normally runs, is free running water. It doesn't look like it's running now. But I bet you there's a bunch of minnows and life forms that are underneath there. And we can actually come out and plop in there with a bar of soap and bathe. And it goes under the road and a little pipe. And I believe the pipe was put down by the oil company. You can see the black, this black part was the pipe. And I believe that it was put down by the oil company. And you know what? No, I don't think it's a new one. I bet you the oil company put this up.
Right, but we normally don't have it go way back there like that.
That's
It's
right.
not
So
muddy.
we can see that this is a fresh thing which was put up here by the oil company. And it looks like they've dug out the grass a little bit, but they have, to their credit, put some dirty gravel down.
But not much gravel here. I don't see any gravel here.
But the thing is that this is the cabin. And you can see that there is no trespassing. That violators will be prosecuted.
But we're not trespassers.
Well, no, this is the cabin that
Looks so terrible.
Ray
The
uses,
gutters,
and
I've been trying to get the gutters down for 5 years. new ones put up.
Yeah, one of the things
We're
about the
growing
cabin
plants.
is that we actually have... Okay, I'm going to pull this down. You think I can?
No. That whole thing might come down on your head.
Well, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it?
I'm glad. I was afraid it would come down on your head.
You're afraid it was coming down on my head.
Yeah.
So therefore we do have some
I brought
challenges.
some more wood off of the cellar house
What is that?
over here.
Okay, here's the cellar house. This thing dates back to, I don't know. Dates back to the discovering of...
But we've lost a whole side.
Oh, we have lost a whole
Yeah,
side,
the
I
whole
guess.
side's gone. Wow.
So the whole side has gone down.
And somebody's storing something up there. I never knew we were storing anything.
Well, it looks like an old bed. It's
that's
difficult
right.
to see on the camera, but there's an old bed.
And springs, he said.
And what?
Springs over here.
Oh, okay.
The whole side's gonna go away.
The whole side has gone away. Well, that's life, I guess.
Guess we need to
And
take care
here's
of
the
that.
mountain that comes up. So if we ever get attacked, this is the high ground we take
Or that one.
in the West Virginia hills. On the other side, here is a, this used to be a trailer we used to bring plywood in on, but it no longer works. Because I think somebody jumped on it. I think it was my kids that worked on it.
You know, that would make a great garden place to put soil in that trailer.
Yeah,
And
but
we
it
could
would...
use it for several years.
well, what's in the back of the what's in the back here? It looks like something that has been shot.
Yeah, that looks bad. That means they're just trashing it up here.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Do you see bullet holes in it? I don't see bullet holes in it. Ray likes to take things, and
Yeah, I see bullet holes.
I don't see any bullet holes. Point out a bullet hole. Oh, I do see bullet holes. I see some, like 22 bullet holes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But as we go up the hill, this is the hill on the other side. And it goes up there,
Our
and
new
it's
four-wheeling
beautiful.
trail.
And I guess this is thanks to,
Uncle Gene.
no, I think this is the oil company that
But
put
Uncle
up
Gene
this.
also put the trail here.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the oil company has now maybe done more, but yes.
Okay. And here is the remnants of an old horseshoe pit. We probably could be able to clean this off pretty quick, but you can see here's the back of it and the corners. The thing is that at West Virginia, things grow up so quickly that it's hard to maintain them. So if we walk down here, we'll see the complement of the horseshoe throwing pit, because there's another one down here that looks very similar to it. See that? And then over here is a log, and we put things on the log in order to shoot them. So there are a number of things here on the log that one can hang up and shoot with the .22 or shoot with whatever you would like to. Yeah.
See the road back there?
I do see the road back there, yeah.
That goes to more four-wheeling trails. We used to not ever have that.
Yeah, and Gene put in those four-wheeling trails. Really, really cool.
So I wanna
Here
take
is, for example, an old bowling pin that has seen better days, that has numerous rifle shots through it. And here's a bowling pin that is even worse. It looks like it has been decapitated and left for dead.
I've never seen the inside.
And
of a
here
bowling pin.
is a, looks like a beer can that has so many holes in it, it almost isn't there. It's more holes than it is normal. So, what do you think? This place has a lot of good memories, doesn't it?
Great memories. I can't wait to see some of the new four-wheeling trails.
Yeah, me too. And these are the mountains. I don't know if the video can check the mastery of them. You can see on the right the cabin, and the sun is just shining on these trees right now, and they're just bleached. They look like they're bleached white, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
Just bleached white. And we see over here, this is a beer tree. You notice that it's growing a can of Budweiser on it. It actually isn't a can of Budweiser. What happened? They put that up there and They were shooting at it probably. So it turns out that the cabin here and some other places get free gas. And the reason they get free gas, excuse me, the reason that they get free gas is because there are oil wells on the property here in West Virginia. Apparently the same process that made these old Appalachian mountains made storages of petroleum products. Let me show you the fire pit. This is the remnants of an old fire pit where we burn everything legal to burn and then roast marshmallows on them and hot dogs and other things. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I think I'm still recording. So we go down here. Oh, it just about fell. Lots of mud here. It is very muddy. But I remember when the oil wells were first drilled on the farm, the aroma of oil was an incredible stench. For some reason they have that captive now, and there is really no aroma that you can smell. So we're coming up here on a place called the Jones Gas Company. And I think the guy's name is Bobby Ray Jones, and I think his father, Ray Jones, used to own the general store in Sand Fork that I used to go to as a kid and buy soda pop and all sorts of different things. So here's the Jones Gas Company. So we can see here is an oil derrick, not running right now. I don't know how they turn it off and on. Seems like they could use remote sensing in some way. But you can see this is the Jones Gas Company. And so they're the ones that run it. And this is just a stone's throw from our cabin, which is right over there. So therefore, because they drill this on the land, we not only own some of them, but even if we didn't own them all, we give them a right of way to access their oil. Because even though they own the oil, doesn't mean that they can keep it. And as a result, we get free gas from it, which is very nice. This is an oil tanker, not really pretty. There is a, I forget what they call this, a leach field or something like that. And it doesn't look like it's too dirty. That's actually mud. It doesn't look like there's a lot of oil in it. But things go back, and it's just really interesting to see all of these things.
Our property goes on both the ways, all the ways.
Okay, this is owned jointly by Ray and I. Ray and I own half of it, and Gene owns half of it. So the property goes on back this way. And it's great for four-wheeling. And actually, if you go this way far enough, I think you come to another church, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to walk back that way?
No, I don't want to walk back. I don't have the proper shoes on to walk back that way right now.
And look at the new trail this way.
There is a new trail.
Yeah, it goes up behind the cabin. We went on it last year.
That's right.
Goes up towards this
Oh,
way.
I just walked by the oil thing and I got a little whiff of old crude oil. But right here is another trail. If I walk a little bit, you might be able to see it better with the parallax. So you can see there's a trail that goes up behind the cabin that Gene has cleared. Gene has a wonderful tractor and he's done all sorts of fun things. My wife wants a tractor.
I do.
Yes. In fact, when I was dating Monica, I came to the farm and said some really sexy things to a tractor. That was a joke.
You told me he was a country boy.
No.
And
See, it's a
loved
joke.
West Virginia more than anything.
No. Yeah, I made a joke.
I know,
You didn't get it.
I
I went
got
up to the tractor and
I
said,
was gonna let
"You
it
got
go on its own."
really good looking tailpipes for a John Deere." Anyway, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
I came to West Virginia just about this time for my very first time.
Oh, is that right?
We met. You brought me here during Thanksgiving.
And there was hay in the barn.
Yes,
I do remember.
Barn.
I do remember the hay in the barn.
I remember you kissing me in the barn.
Yes.
And riding the World War II machine.
The Army. My dad used to have an Army World War II. It was called a weapons carrier, and we would ride these hills everywhere. It was incredible where that place would go.
And we always dreamed that someday maybe we'd have some of this land and have a place that would be nice.
And it looks out like and for years I used to, as a little kid, I used to love to come down here and play in the creeks. You would find, on hot days, you would find turtles in the creek. You would find minnows, crawdads, crayfish, salamanders, all sorts of stuff that really matter in a creek. Now, what's interesting about this is you'll notice this creek, before there were roads, this creek, you can actually see some wildlife here. Before there were roads, this creek used to be the right-of-way in order for, to get people to get to different places. Do you have something you can throw in there? Throw that stick in there.
No.
Throw the stick in there. I want to see the wildlife kind of scurry around.
Well, I hate putting stuff in the creeks that fill them up.
Believe me, one stick is not going to a creek fill up. So what she's doing now is she's looking for a small stick. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, just toss it in there. We'll hopefully see some rustling of the okay, not too much action happening. Okay, that was not exciting at all. But this used to be the right-of-way. Well, Gene found out that the land office some way had taken the creek and had changed the right-of-way, not from the creek over here, but from the actual road which was built over here. Now this was bad because it was a state route. If it was a state route, then anybody could come down on it. And we don't want people going back and forth here on a state route, so Gene went to the courthouse and had it changed so that now the right-of-way is the creek. So you're allowed to come up, but you have to go through the creek. You're not allowed to use the road. And I thought that was very clever of him. And I don't know anywhere else in the world, I'm sure there are, anywhere else in the world that you get a right-of-way to a secluded area by going through a creek. It's kind of cool.
Maybe in the Amazon.
Maybe in the Amazon, I suppose. So we're going back. You can see that there has been rain, so we have some puddles here, but
not much in the creeks. It's been very dry this year.
yeah, it hasn't been that bad. So with that, I think we're going to leave you because I think we're going back from where we came.
And we'll show our house. Start back again with our house.
We can start back with the house that we purchased from Jenna, and it's still Jenna's place. She's going to stay there for quite a while. And we'll take a look at that. And it's the nicest, it's I think the nicest house in the Marks compound.
Not compound.
You have to give it a different name if you're not going to call it a compound. I understand, but what are you going to call it?
That's like the Wake House compound. That's the Branch Davidian compound.
Well, no, it's like the, no, think Kennedy compound.
No.
Nothing wrong with the Kennedy compound, is there?
Branch Davidians.
The Branch Davidians?
Yeah.
Well, think of another name for it, though. My brother would like to call it Belly Acres.
I don't like that either.
She doesn't like Belly Acres, so... Anyway, those are all different places. We're coming back on Gene's place, and let's have a contest out there. Anybody would like to name the Marks compound or the Moore compound? Let me know. I asked Kent Marks, he says, well, let's call it what we always call it. And I said, what was that? And he says, well, we always called it the farm. But I don't know, the farm doesn't, farm is too generic. We need something that is more specific, I think, to our heritage. So this is November 15th, 2013, and we'll say goodbye to you. See you in the funny papers. Okay, so now we're in, what are we in?
We're in our farm in West Virginia.
Yeah, but this is, right now we're in a green
gator.
thing called a gator.
This is the gator.
Right.
But you can't see it on the...
You can't see it. Right up there is Debbie and Kurt's. That's also in the Marks compound. And I don't know if you can see stuff beyond that. Let's take a look here. I haven't driven this yet, so I'm just getting used to what is done. This way, right up there, you can see the barn. Remember, it was down at Jean's? That's on the other side. And okay, now Monica's going to take this.
This direction? This seems like the wrong way.
No, just here. Hold it there. That's what you said.
Okay, there's our new house. We just bought a few months ago. We just love it. So pretty. And here we go. There's the playground. Let's go over to the pond.
You should be able to see. I see 4, 5, 6 deer.
And here's some deer.
You see
They
the
show
deer?
up. No, they don't show up.
Okay, let's see if we can get them running.
We can get them running, but...
Yeehaw!
Just go over there and get them. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 deer in the meadow. There's one.
The thing is it stays around.
No, next Monday, next week. Now there's our house, and there's the mountain. Oh, and there's the church. We're coming up to the cemetery, going over the bridge.
The church, wow, that really needs painting, doesn't it? I can see that, and right next to it is the gazebo.
Watch
that
right here,
Kurt
honey.
built.
Let me do it. So
No, I
you
guess,
can
no,
watch where
Kent
you're
built,
going.
I'm sorry. And this is creek, it's Rocky Fork. And it's a relatively wide creek, and there's a little bridge to get over it, which you need.
There's the Blackburn Cemetery. See? There's the cemetery.
Up there, my dad is buried. The tombstone. Up there's cemetery, and that real ornate one right in the middle there is
The red one. Jack and Lenore's. Here we are. It's not our property like it used to be.
I don't know who it is.
There's our property. Doesn't our property start right there?
Well, that would, it's not our property. It's shared with Gene. Down there's the old schoolhouse, which used to be on the Marks compound. And this road here leads up to Betty's cabin. gazebo that Kent and his people built.
Boy
Here's the
Scouts.
deer down here. The deer.
They're running.
Look!
Oh, his tail is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting it. Wow, I've never seen them run where they're getting ready for mating season. Wow, that tail is just
That is something, isn't it?
I've never seen that.
Does this look timbered?
It is timbered. Look at all the,
Yeah, but that isn't timber. They wouldn't take that out as...
look at all the open space. All of this was full
Oh yeah,
of trees.
and if you look really closely, you can see things such as tree stumps. There's a tree stump, for example, where it's been cut.
Up here it's clear cut.
So, I don't know. I don't see any stumps here.
They've taken most of those, but look at all this, Bob. All up there, lots of trees were taken out.
But there's a stack of wood.
About 80-some.
And this is used to be Ormita and Jim's farm, but now belongs to Kurt and Debbie and the others. So, I thought it was a discussion that we had already.
Okay, here we go. We're going down the hill. There's a lot of timbering up this way. Last time Chris and Mary and I came here, there was a rainstorm and we hid under this tree for a while. It's protected.
I was here too. In fact, I suggested that we do this. Now, the cool thing about this cemetery is everybody's buried here.
Everybody's buried here.
Everybody's buried here. I'll probably be buried here. Not happy about it, but that's the way it goes. So let's go take a look at the cemetery. You're happy that I'll be buried here?
That when we die, we know where we're going to go. We're going to know where we're going to be buried.
Oh, okay.
And it's such a historical place.
I guess so.
And our family's here. And I think it's wonderful that we have a family
So
cemetery.
let's go take a look. Okay, this is our family cemetery because everybody is buried here. And my wife says she's happy that I'll be buried here someday.
And I'll be buried here someday. I love the idea of knowing where we're going to be buried and that we're going to be in the line on the hill with the whole family.
Yeah.
And that we see our relatives. We visit them. We come here and visit every time we come.
Let's see, what is that?
Someone's coming.
We heard something like a four-wheeler. Okay, just to give you a perspective here. That is the Blackburn Church. You can only see a portion of it because it's hidden by trees. Right here is the meadow. There are a bunch of things there. Over there is the house that we just bought from Jenna. And behind that is Kurt and Debbie's house. And we are up on a hill. Right down here is Rocky Fork. And
Aunt Betty just recently died.
Yeah, so let's, and right here's the cemetery, which my wife is glad that I'm going to be buried here. You didn't, I didn't say it the right way?
No.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, here we have, it's autumn, all the trees are off the leaves, so we have no idea what's going on. I guess it's probably okay we just leave this open while we come up here. So let's see. This is
Yay! Thank you, thank you.